Hey, what is up, everyone? This is Ete with another episode of Eco Lawn Science. Today I want to talk about a question that I actually had never thought of because I've been in the lawn care industry since I was 14 years old. I'm 36 now, so I'll let you do the math. And so it's a question I actually never considered, but this is it. And apparently a lot of people are searching for this and want an answer for this. And the question is, do I need to fertilize my lawn? Why is it important to fertilize my lawn? And I guess I never thought of it because I've always been around fertilization. I've always been around plants. My mom was a gardener. She still is. She's got a property back in Jersey that she loves to weed and to grow, and it's really incredible what she's done there. It's people love it. So we always grew up around things that flourished, and my mom would always fertilize her plants and her beds, with the holly tone. I remember as a kid that stuff smelled so awful. So I never thought about it. But yeah, this question came up a few times recently, and I thought, wow, I guess some people didn't grow up in that and weren't always around it, and so it wasn't part of their life. So I think the best analogy for that, I look at the body. I think when you look at the human body, there are things that it needs to survive. It needs obviously a lot of water, and it needs, minerals. It needs macro, micro nutrients. We need sunlight. Yes, we do. We need, to keep healthy and for our mental state, we need sunlight, we need exercise, and we need to nourish ourselves. So those are just some basics, Then we need, there's this whole gut thing with the probiotics. So there's all those different elements, and that's a very simplistic description of the most complex thing in the world. But when we look at the lawn, it's not that different, and that's why I use the human body analogy. It's a living, breathing things that are alive, and there's biology, and it all has to work together. Just like the body, somehow the blood is pumped from your heart to your brain through the body. It's really incredible science. But lawns are complex also because it's just basically it's an ecosystem of living organisms and things. And so, just like the body, we need macronutrients in a lawn. The NPK. We need micronutrients. We need zinc and copper and calcium, just like our bodies do. And so for our bodies, we take, sometimes we take a vitamin pill or we get it through our foods. Same thing with the lawn. It needs those nutrients. Lawns don't naturally have everything they need to flourish. And I've talked about this before. If you were to go in a jungle or in a forest, you may see that happening, but there's also no mankind interrupting what's happening. There's no interruption. So in a home, in an area where you're trying to have a healthy lawn, it's just like the body. And just like the body, you need micronutrients, you need organic matter, as we put in. The body needs, vegetables and plants. And then it also needs, like I said, a probiotic. You take those in your body, there's these millions of little bacteria. Same thing with the lawn. And that's where the compost teas come in to boost the immune system and the carbon sources. And so why do you need to fertilize a lawn? Because just like a body, it needs assistance. It needs extra help. Lawns naturally fall short on nitrogen. They naturally fall short in some areas on iron and other minerals. Some of them, you do soil samples, will have no or low to organic matter. So they need, some organic compost built into the soil. And so it's kind of a similar thing that if you were to pull it off, what happens to your body? You usually get sick. You can kind of tell when someone has that look like, ooh, they don't look good. They look, I don't know, maybe they're pale and they don't look healthy. Same thing with the lawn. You can see it. When you see a lawn that's not nourished and taken care of, it is yellowish, often chlorotic. It is, it's not attractive. It's not thriving, and it's because it's sick. And so the real way to counter that is to feed it properly. And just like the body, you don't want to put 20 Big Macs in a day and say, oh, I overfed myself. Like the lawn, you don't want to overfeed in one nutrient. You don't want to, and a synthetic at that. You want to do balanced meals. And it's the same thing for your lawn. If you feed it balanced, using the proper macronutrients, the proper organic soil conditioners, and all these other things that we do, you'll have a healthy lawn. And so yeah, just like anything else that's living and breathing, it needs to have food. It needs a food source. So I hope that kind of answers the question, why do I need fertilizer? Do I need to fertilize my lawn? And also I hope it answers the question or makes you think, how do I do that? And just a little bit back to, like I was saying, just a balanced, healthy meal is your best win. So anyway, hope that helps. Have a great day.